The Great Migration is considered a continuous movement of the wildebeest and zebras in an ongoing search for water and food. Over 1.5 million blue wildebeest, 200,000 zebra, and gazelles are continually in search for water and food across 150,000 square miles of wilderness, plains, and woodlands, which include the Serengeti National Park in Tanzania and Masai Mara Game Reserve in Kenya. As food and water sources dry up in southern Serengeti, the migration continues north in search of water and food, eventually circling back down to the southern Serengeti. An endless circle in search for food and water. This map of the northern Serengeti in Tanzania and Masai Mara in Kenya contains yellow markers along the Mara River. For each location we watched the Mara River crossing and the number of pictures we took. By the time we arrived at this Mara River crossing, the first wave of wildebeest were just completing their migration to our side of the Mara River. Then another small herd of wildebeest started to cross. The Karoks were alerted and missed the first herd, but not this one. This was the smallest and quickest migration we saw, but the most eventful, with multiple Karok attacks on the wildebeest as they crossed. Unfortunately for the Karok, no wildebeest lost their life on this crossing. We got some great video and pictures of the Karok attack. This was one of the largest migrations we saw. It lasted for around 20 minutes, and when it was done, some of the wildebeest and zebra were still on our side. We didn't see any Karok attacks, but there was a lot of activity and could have been. We estimated at least 40 land cruisers on the other side of the river. Our side was less crowded. Our guide driver got us a great spot along the Mara River to watch. This crossing was notable as having a battle between a wildebeest and Karos that lasted for around 15 minutes. The wildebeest eventually escaped with injuries and limping.
We got 3 of that, I don't know. Oh, shit.
Another Karos starts swimming toward the wildebeest and joins in on the attack. The wildebeest, exhausted, but free from the Karos and limping away from the Mara River. This crossing was in Masai Mara and near Sentinel Camp. It was notable as a non-crossing, and the most chaotic non-crossing. The wildebeest started heading down to the Mara River to cross, but some aggressive Land Cruiser drivers on the other side of the river spooked them. As a result, the wildebeest made a mad dash along the Mara River, which ended at a dead end, unless they crossed. Instead of crossing, they made another mad dash back the way they came and heading away from the embankment. They switched direction again. Then they started jumping off the cliff down to the embankment. It was total chaos and dust. After about 20 minutes of this, they eventually all went back up the embankment to migrate another day.
Oh, new one.
Congratulations.